Fraha. I'm going to talk about social medias in youth. Nowadays, we found that most of the younger ages, they use social medias in different ways. Some of them, they use it in the way which is good, and some of them, they use it in some way which is bad. Sometimes social medias help the youth to communicate with the people who are abroad, to get some news, and some of them use it in the bad way. I can give you the example where the most of the people in youth, like here in the campus, they are really using social medias in different ways without getting any time for relaxing and doing anything. Back here, talk about the social medias in Europe. Here I conduct my research to my friends, and I used to visit Giselle, my friend, and I asked her, Giselle, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? I want to ask you about what would be the advantages of social media as you're the person who likes to use social media always in chatting. What's the advantages of social media? So,
Yeah, thank you. Social media, it's enabled us to share the life event and to stay updated. In short words, it helps us to know what is going on.
oh, I heard that that told me that. But social media can't help us to get some updates, news, and entertainment. How can you talk about those entertainments and updates that you get from social media? Updates and the entertainment. Sometimes we get social media, we get some song, new songs, and those songs can help us to entertain. How do you think about that?
Yeah, social media helps us to manipulate.
Here I'm back to talk about the disadvantages of social medias, and I conducted search to my friends. I used this friend Dorcas. Dorcas, how are you?
I'm fine.
Dorcas, I want to ask you some question about the disadvantages of social medias. How do you think the addiction can be disadvantages of social media to the youth?
For me, I think the addiction may be the main disadvantage of the use of social media, where our most of time we used to scroll on our phones and we can focus on the many things which are advantage to our life. So I think addiction is the disadvantages of the social media.
Oh, thank you, my friend. Here I'm done with my research on social medias. I get advantages and disadvantages of social media. Some of the advantages, Giselle was the one who shared, and disadvantages, Dorcas. So I can encourage you as used to use social medias without using it illegally. You have to use it as required so that you can maintain our health. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Divine Fraha. I'm a Kepa student. I'm going to summarize the story, which was the Oliver Twist. Here, my story was about the Oliver Twist. I'm going to talk about key takeaways, summary, and themes. Here, this story was the story of an England person whose called Oliver Twist follows the life of an orphan boy who faces poverty and cruelty. And also major characters include Oliver, Fergie, Nancy, and Bill Sykes. The Oliver tries to highlight the Oliver's journey from the workhouse to streets, facing many hardships, but ultimately finding kindness. And also here I used to show some of the pictures that shows how that boy was and how he was facing those problems. The major themes of this story is the first one is major poverty and social classes, where this novel explores the struggles of the poor and the injustice of the social class systems. The second one is good versus evil. Here, this novel contrasts between the kind characters like Mr. Brown and Nancy and Varina's figures like Fergie and Sykes. Also, this identify and belonging Oliver's search for family and place where he is accepted and loved as their child. Yeah, in this story also I'm going to conclude by saying the key takeaways where the title sheds light on social injustice and cause for the comparison. And the next year, this story emphasizes in silence the kindness of strangers and enjoying hope for better life of the people who are facing bad lives. Thank you. This was my end of this slide.